They're in fast-moving streams, slow-moving streams, bogs. There's thousands of them here, and that is just amazing. A little spooky, you never know who you're gonna run to out here. I don't know, this frog is probably just staring me right in the face. It doesn't matter, we got one right behind us. Let's go look at that one. Can you believe this? A snapping turtle. A wild snapping turtle. Taking a nap with me. We got one. Can't believe it. Didn't think we'd find one this early. Basking on logs, swimming in the creeks. We're gonna go check it out. Now we came out here in search for the marbled salamander. It's a beautiful species, very colorful. Now, this salamander spends most of its life burrowed in the ground. But this time of year, which is the end of October, early November, they are up above ground, underneath sticks and debris, during breeding season here, laying eggs and guarding their nests. And now, with these rains coming in, the eggs are going to hatch, slide into the vernal pools. We're a little high up on ground here, but we got a vernal pool down here where they usually lay their eggs right up against that. So we're just flipping debris over here and see if we can find any of these marbled salamanders. Look at this. Oh man, what a beautiful salamander. Let's see if I can get this. It was pretty deep under there, but I could see the tail. Now, this salamander here is beautiful. Look at the coloration. Bright silver and black. And this one is very active. As you can see, I probably scared it to death. Probably never been touched by a human before. But this one looks to be a female. Now you can tell by the tail here where there aren't any bulges. Now for a male there'd be two big bulges down here where the opening is, where they would used to breed. These are very, very docile creatures. It's definitely too high up from this vernal pool here to actually have this be an egg laying or guarding a nest. Now, it probably had already laid, and now it's probably on its way back up as these rains came in and the eggs probably hatched. They will sit there and guard the eggs for a little while until the rains come and hatch, but it already took place. It's already now the beginning of November, and this one has probably moved up a little bit up the hill here and probably getting ready to go down into the ground as the colder weather is going to come in. Such a beautiful species. These ones here, these females, lay anywhere from 50 to 100 eggs. The only bad thing about this salamander is their lifespan. Unfortunately, they only live from 4 to 6 years old. And it's a shame because a lot of other salamanders found in this region can live up to 20, such as the northern red salamander. Now this species here is found all up and down the East Coast, down to South Carolina, and even out west to even parts of Oklahoma and Texas and Illinois. But it's very common here in the New Jersey pine barrens. The only thing is they're very rarely seen. Very rarely seen because they spend most of their life in the ground. And that's where this girl rather, is going to go back. This is a beautiful male marbled salamander. Now it's actually very interesting that we found this salamander here walking on top and above ground. And it has to be because these rains have actually made it active. They try and stay in the ground where it's moist and cooler to avoid drying up, as they're obviously an amphibian. This is a male, and the way I can tell is two enormous bulges right underneath, right there, right by its hind legs. I can only hold it right there. Two big bulges, one on each side. That tells me that this is a male. Also, it's thinner, longer, narrow. Now, a female would be rounder, and those bulges would be absent. This is another beautiful specimen. Bright coloration. Very, very neat pattern. Now, these males also stay with the females during breeding season for a while, all the way up until right before the eggs hatch. The female mainly stays with the eggs all the way until they hatch, just to guard them and protect them from predators, but also mainly to keep them moist. Only thing to do is dump this one back underneath the leaves where he was probably heading. This beautiful big female here has a great pattern. It's not quite as bright, but it's really neat. It looks a lot like a Texas barred salamander, where it has lines that go straight across its body. This is another female. Once again, the bulges underneath the belly here are absent, and it's a lot rounder and thicker. Now I'm going to go ahead and say that this one had already deposited her eggs, probably down by the vernal pool, but I'm guessing they're probably just moving up a little bit on this hillside here, you know, to stay in the damp, moistened soil, which is where they're going to spend most of their life, again, burrowed. It's a nice, beautiful female, very healthy, very, very healthy. She is definitely loving this rain. And this time of year, their favorite. They love these temperatures. It's probably right now about 58 degrees, 56 degrees, somewhere in that range, which is perfect for them as it's not too hot and they don't dry up. Immediately, their head goes down. They want to dive down into the soil, tunnel in, and underneath probably this log here. And that is where she is going. And she slowly disappears and out of sight. Nice breeding pair. Gotta be a breeding pair. There's no way this isn't. This male is really long and narrow, and you can see the bulges from the top. Oh wow. Another nice round female. Look at that. You can obviously see the difference here between this male and female. Look at the width, overall width of them. This one here is obviously fatter and she's taking off. That's a female. This one's narrower, thinner, longer tail. You can see the tail actually gets very oddly shaped. But you can see this one is a male, this one is a female. Now the big eyes that this salamander has allows it to see at night. And these big wide mouths allow them to consume a variety of prey, from large spiders, crickets, roaches, beetles, anything that it can find and get in its mouth. These bright colors, which are mostly seen in a lot of amphibians, often warn predators that they're toxic. And as you can see on this one, the skin on its back here is actually starting to shed, and it's peeling off. I can just peel this off here. And there it is. Can anybody tell me where I can find some marbled salamanders? It's not every day you find a beauty like this. In fact, it's our first find of the day. Hopefully, we'll be able to come upon a few more. There's only one way to find out, and that's to get closer. These males, they can breed several times each night. But this is an aggressive male, very aggressive male, for him to chase this turtle, this female, out of the water. Beautiful, beautiful space. We gotta let this girl and guy go. We got some thunderstorms moving in. It's getting pretty nasty. It's gonna start pouring any minute. Big northern water snake, just moving through here. There he is, there he is. Oh, I got him, I got him.